Okay, we're here with an older Madix. I'm just gonna kind of take a look. This is like a really old Madix. This is from 2020. I think it's got really different tires on it. If you notice, it's just an older unit. It came in for service. But I'm getting ready. I'm gonna do a wheel alignment. If we look at it here, you'll notice that one tire looks really towed out that way. If I look at it from the front, but if I look at this one over here, it's towed out too a bit. And I'm gonna fix and make sure that those are straight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make sure my handlebars are straight. And the way you do it is always from the back. And you'll notice from the back, it looks a lot straighter than it does from the front. I'm still gonna fix it, but you'll notice that it does look, you never take an alignment from the front, never. On these units, if you do, they'll be so out, and you'll take an hour trying to figure out why they're so out. And if you look at it from the front, like I said again, it does kind of look off, but it looks straighter from the back all the time, and it's always like that. So what you're doing is basically you're lining up. The axle on the back is solid. It's a solid axle, so you can line up the tires from the front to the back and how they sit. That one's a little off, but it's not bad. And then there's this one. It's a little off again too, but it's not bad. Now, there's two ways you're going to be adjusting these tires. There's that way, where it turns in or out. Sorry, in or out. But there's also the camber of the tires. So to look at your camber, the easiest way to figure out if that's right is to look straight down on the tire like this. This one, the camber is fine. This one here, you'll notice the distance on this side when it's cranked out, and this one's pretty straight. This one took a good whack down on the bottom here. They must have run into a stone or something with the A-arm. But now to rightfully true this, and you can, it's not that difficult. What you want to do is make sure this tire is straight and aligned so the camber is perfect, and you want to do the same on this side. But now on this side, you'll notice it's got a different measurement here, and it's different over here on this one. So this one's a little bit bigger, and this one here is a little bit smaller, but the tire is cambered out the exact same way. Now, how you can reset this is, what you want to do is start at the bottom. Make sure your tire comes out nice and straight, and it's equal on this side comparatively here to this side. And that's where you would start, on the bottom, and then you can move these in or out to make sure your camber is correct. And it's very easy to do. It's not very difficult. I've been doing this on ATVs for years. It doesn't matter if it's a Venom ATV or Honda, Suzuki, Can-Am, Polaris. I've worked on them all. They all have camber bolts that you can move your camber in and out. And it's, like I said, it's not that difficult. This one here takes a 24 mil wrench. You can't get an adjustable in there. You could try, but it's just not going to work very well. The 24 millimeter wrench works the best. On the top, the bottom bolt is actually a 22 millimeter. So if you want to move that one, you're going to need a 22 millimeter wrench to move this in or out. Now, to move this in or out, though, it's not like up here where we can move it without taking this this ball joint off. On the bottom here, that lower ball joint has to come right off to screw farther inside here. If you want to change the distance on the bottom here, you have to remember that that ball joint has to come off to do that. And it's a lot easier to do if you just take the whole tire off, put it up on a jack stand and do it that way. But that's it. So when you're coming to camber, you can, again, like I said, restart your camber from the inside, or like down at the bottom. But the bottom is where you start. Then you can come up and you can adjust it here on each side to make sure that your tire's straight down on the floor and not angled in either way type thing. And you might find over the years as you ride it, you might have to adjust that camber again if your shocks start wearing out or things like that. You might have to, again, readjust for camber a little bit. So most times when you take your ATV into the shop, they do that sort of thing as an inspection. So usually when they service it, at least when we service them here, we do an inspection on the front end, we give it alignment, and we do that type thing. But yeah, so that's how you adjust the camber on your ATV.